Hello friends, welcome back to automationtestinginsider.com. So this is the topic for today, TestNG framework. So far we haven't covered TestNG in our script, but from now onwards we are going to use TestNG in our script. So this is the one of the important topics in Selenium WebDriver, and this is testing framework. And there are different features which we are going to discuss in TestNG. So from now onwards, for next 6-7 sessions, I am going to talk about different features which are associated with TestNG. So this is the agenda for today. So we'll talk about what is TestNG, what are the different features of TestNG. We'll see the difference between TestNG and JUnit, how TestNG is better than JUnit. Okay, and I'll show you how to install TestNG plugin. So TestNG is available in the form of jar files. So I'll show you how to install using Eclipse those jar files, and we'll see at last like how to write first TestNG program through Eclipse. Okay. So what is TestNG? So TestNG is an automation testing framework which is available for Java language. Okay, and NG stands for next generation. Okay, here we have TestNG. So NG stands for next generation. It's Java unit testing framework, and TestNG is an advanced framework designed in a way to leverage the benefits for both developers and testers. Okay, so this is really helpful for developers for unit testing, and for automation we are going to use as testing framework. So this is really helpful for testers as well. And yeah, so what are the different features available in TestNG? So TestNG simplifies the way tests are coded. Okay, so it simplifies the scripting, and which will be more in readable format. There is no more needed there is no more need for a static main method in our test. So main method is no more required. So that simplifies. Okay, TestNG simplifies the code, so we no more need of main method. So directly we can execute our script without main method. Support for annotations. So this is the symbol of annotation at the rate. So we are going to use different annotations in our script. So annotations are I mean, we can say it provides more information to the methods, or you can say metadata. It provides metadata or more information to the script. Okay, so we'll talk about different annotations which are available in TestNG. Using TestNG you can generate a proper report and can see passed, failed, skipped test results. So it generates very beautiful HTML reports. Okay, so that we can see there like what are the different, I mean, we can see passed, failed, skip test results. We can prioritize our test cases. Okay, we can give priority to our test cases. Support for data driven testing using data providers. So we are going to use another annotation, data providers. So using that we can perform data driven testing, which is nothing but parameterization of data. Okay, parameterization we can say. And multiple test cases can be grouped more easily by converting them into TestNG XML file. So going forward we'll discuss about TestNG XML file, like what is TestNG XML file and how to create it. The same test cases can be executed multiple times without loops, just by using keyword called invocation count. So this is one of the features we'll discuss. We'll talk about cross browser testing, okay, in coming days. So this is one of the features, cross browser testing. Like we can execute our test cases in different browsers like IE browser, Chrome browser, Firefox. Okay, and parallel testing is possible using TestNG. So we can execute our test cases at the same time in different browsers. So advantages of TestNG over JUnit. So there are three major advantages of TestNG over JUnit. So we have more annotations available in TestNG than JUnit, and annotations are easier to understand. Okay, we have very simple annotations in TestNG. Test cases can be grouped more easily. Parallel testing is possible, as I have discussed. The testing framework can be easily integrated with tools like Maven, Jenkins. So Maven is build tool. We'll discuss after TestNG what is Maven, and Jenkins, that is CI integration tool. So it is easy to integrate with these tools. Okay. And I'll show you how to install the plugins. And these are the different annotations. So we'll talk about these annotations in detail in the next video. And these are the topics which I have listed down roughly, like what are the different features and what are the different topics we can cover. So we'll today we have discussed about introduction, installing of TestNG plugin. I'll show you. We'll write our first test case. Different annotations we'll discuss from next video onwards. We'll create TestNG XML file. There I'll show you test suite groups. We can divide our test cases into groups. We can prioritize our test cases. We can give the sequence, proper sequence, yeah, and on depends on is there. We'll talk about reports. We'll see the reports, logging features, and assertion. Till now we haven't used assertion, okay, and validation, I would say. So we are going to use in TestNG. We'll talk about parameters, how to pass parameters from TestNG XML file, and data providers for data driven testing. Okay, so these are the different features I have listed down. We'll discuss about them one by one going forward. Now let me just show you like how to install TestNG plugin. So my Eclipse is already open here. So if you go to window, sorry, help, and here we have install new software. So here I have couple of links. So this is the old link. This is not working right now. Let me just try. So how to do that? First of all, you have to go to help and install new software. So there is a button add. So just click on that. Here you can give TestNG, and location you can provide the URL and just try click on add. And we have to select that, yeah, this TestNG from here. And here you can see here we are getting some errors. So just click on OK. So you can see could not find HTTP this website, right? So let me manually try to fire this URL. This is the old URL which is not working right now. So here you can see gone. The requested resource is no longer available in this server. So plugins are not available, the jar files. So what we'll do, I found another URL, this URL. So we'll try this one. I think this should work. So here we'll add TestNG and I'll put the URL here. Click on add. Now here you can see we got TestNG. Okay, now I'll click on next. So we have to check all. Simply you have to check on click on check this checkbox TestNG, and we have to install these plugins. And we need to simply click on next. So it is installing the dependencies and plugins. So here you can see Again we have to click on next, and this is the license we have to select. I accept the terms of license agreement. I accept. So this is Apache license, TestNG available in Apache. So just click on finish, and yeah, this is warning, so we can click on install anyway, some security warning, so no need to worry about that. So we need to just click on, so it is installing software, you can see 83%. Now we can restart our Eclipse, so just click on restart. So it is getting restarted. So Eclipse is launched. Here we can now how to check whether it is installed properly or not. So again we can go to install new software, and here we have what is already installed. One link is there, just click on that. So here you can see TestNG is installed properly. Okay, just close this. Now we'll create new project. Java project only, let's say select Java project. Next, project name TestNG framework. Click on finish. Java perspective, so it will open the Java perspective. Yeah, so our project is created. So what I'll do, let me just configure our Selenium Java jar file. So right click on project and build path. We have configure build path. So we have JRE system library, which is by default there, right? So we have to add Selenium Java jar files, all these jar files, and add external jars again, and outside of libs folder. Apply and close. Now let's add TestNG library as well. Okay, so again right click, build path, configure build path. Here we have add library, so just click on that. Here you'll see TestNG is available now. Before installing TestNG it won't available, so right now TestNG is installed, so we have to add TestNG libraries. So just click on next, finish. Here you can see libraries getting added, got added here, and these are the 4 jar files of TestNG. Okay, so we need to just click on apply and close. So here you can see it is added in the project. Okay, now let me just create a new project inside src folder, new package in fact. Okay, so I'll give com dot TestNG package, and here I'll create new class now, sample TestNG program, and no need to select public static void main now, so we can click finish. Yeah, here we go, it is created. Now next session I'll talk about different annotations are which are available in TestNG, but for now I'll use only couple of annotations, few annotations only. So let's say one second, I'm going to use, we have different annotations you can see, so I'll use before test. Okay, and each annotation is associated with method. So here we have to write public void, let's say before test annotation, or I'll give proper name like let's say launch browser. Okay, and this is before test. So this annotation, this method will be executed before start of our test method. And we have another annotation after test. So I'll create another method, public void close browser, and I'll declare WebDriver here, WebDriver driver. We have to import WebDriver from org.openqa.selenium. So here you can see automatically before test these import statements are included, org.testng annotations.after test and before test. This is not required, by mistakenly it got added, so that is not required. Here in close browser we can simply write driver.close, right? Now let me just simply copy few lines of code from previous project. So we have covered, one second, wets in the last session. So simply I'll copy these few lines of code to launch the browser. You can give any name like launch browser, or let's say setup method, setup method. Okay, setup. And I'll add one so to write the test cases we have at the rate test annotation. So here we'll create public void test method, let's say title test. Okay, get title, and I'll store this in string, and I'll simply print title of the page is title. So this is simple script here I have written. So we have, this is the test method. Here we have to write test cases like this. So this is my test method, only we have one test case, and this is before test. This method will execute, this setup method will execute before the start of the test. So we have other annotations guys we can use instead of before test I can use before class or before method as well, but I'll show you in the next session like what are the different usage of and what are the properties of different annotations in the next session. So if you right click here, this program is ready. So if you right click here and run as, you can see TestNG, this is enabled now. So we now we don't see no more see this Java application, right? So here we have, you can see TestNG test, so we can execute this test. So browser is getting launched, it will navigate to that URL, and after some time it will close the browser. Once it is fully loaded, I can see it is done. Now you can see title test. This the title of the page is Automation Testing Insider, different elements on a web page. So this is the title of the page, and here you can see the results. So test run 1 test case, failure 0, escapes 0. Okay, and let me just show you some more details, some more things. TestNG framework, this is our project. So if you right click and refresh, here you can see test output folder. So this is generated by TestNG now. So here you can see a emailable report. So this is HTML report, and we have index.html. So I'll show you this too. Right click and open with web browser. So here you can see like this. Let me just open in Chrome. So this is the results, guys. Default test, we have only one test case that is passed, and this is the time taken in milliseconds. Okay, and yeah, this is our test case, like where it is available, from which package, and what is the class name, title test, this is the test method name. And let me just show you another report. We have test index.html as well. Web browser, once again, here you can see, sorry, it is available here in this index.html in this location, in the project location. So simply you can open like this. Here you can see all suites. Okay, test results, chronological view also you can see here in this side. So method in chronological order, and yeah, this is the setup method before test, and this is after test, and this is the test method. So we'll discuss like more about reports later on. Now let me just close this. So this is the simple program using TestNG. Now there is another way you can create the test class. Automatically you can set up. Here I have done manually. I have written all these before test and after test. So here what you can do, so just simply you have to right click on this src folder, new, other, and here we have TestNG class. Select that, click on next. Here we have to give the source folder, so src. Package name you have to select from, you can select here, failed to list packages. What happened? One second. Yeah, so TestNG framework, this is our framework. We have to select src. Yeah, now we have to select package name. So what is our package name? com.testng package, right? Select that, and let's say TestNG class name is new test, and here you can select all the annotations. Okay, whatever annotations you required you can select and click on finish. Here you can give the XML suite file name as well and click on finish. So here you can see new test class is created. So this is how you can set up your TestNG class, where you'll get all the annotations. Okay, so we have covered the introduction of TestNG today, and in the next video I'll talk about different annotations and how to use them. Okay, and how they are going to, I mean, how it is executed. We'll discuss about them. So thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.